Hi, my name is Drew and today I'm going to show you how you can use queries to get the information you want from FireDB. You'll notice the query tree to the left of the screen. I'm going to right click Personal Queries and create New Query. I'll give my query a name and a description, and I'll base my query on the individual contact entity. I'm going to select the default form which I'd like to use when dealing with records, and move on to display fields. Now I'll want to select the fields to view on my query screen. I'll select first name, last name, birth date and gender. I'll want to sort my query initially by last name, and then when people have the same last name, we'll get the sorting to happen on first name. I'll select to make all of my columns editable so I can edit them within the grid. And we could use the filter fields to query on a specific criteria or set of criteria, but I'm going to bring back all records by leaving the filter fields empty. We'll see the query load and we'll take a look at the query toolbar. I can use this to create new records, and I can select the type of form I'd like to use or just click on the new button for a default. I could edit the query or refresh the data for the query, and I can even do things like export this query to a comma-separated format. The first thing we should notice with the data is that it is sorted by surname, and we can see the Jetsons here, and within the Jetsons we should see that we're sorting by first name as well. If I like, however, I could also sort by any of these individual columns. For instance, I can click on gender and sort by that, and click again to sort in the reverse. If I'm interested in filtering my query, especially doing it rather quickly, there's a filter on the top right hand screen of the query. I could filter by first name equals Fred. I might be looking for someone named Fred, and as soon as I click that, it will restrict my list. I can click the undo button and bring all my data back. Now when I right click any of these rows, I'm going to bring a context menu with some useful information. I could open this record in a particular form where there's more than one available, or I can use another resource like a data page, or even merge this record with a document that I've templated earlier. Sometimes instead of opening up a form, I want to change the data that I can see within the grid. If I've made my columns editable, I can simply click on a cell and edit the data live. I can use my enter or return key to cycle through a column, or I could select a different cell and we'll see different data types show us different controls. Now, so far you've seen me access queries, and these particular queries have come from the sidebar on the left. But there's another interesting place that we can have and we can see queries work, and that's within forms. So as a designer, we can design a form like the one you see here, which has a number of things available. If we click on the Sales tab, for instance, we'll see a query. And this query runs and has all the same features that you've seen in the query that we've used for our demo. So all the power and all the features within queries are available for us to embed within forms. Lastly, we'll take a look at the types of queries we're creating. I've created a query in this example based off a particular entity, but in FireDB, all entities have a template that they could be based off. And this template system actually helps us achieve some pretty interesting results. If I close down this person query and look at the all contacts query, in this example all contacts is based on the party template, and it's going to bring back any records that are person-based or business-based records. You'll see this in the example. We've got a record type here which shows us individual contacts, business contacts, user contacts, and I can show these all in the convenience of one screen. Now FireDB is smart enough to know when you click on the user record to open up the default user form, and when you click on the individual record, to open up a default individual form. So all of the hard work is done in the background, and this is very seamless for the user. By looking at this query, it has all the same features that I can see in a regular query. The added benefit is just that I can query on everything which is attached to this template, anything which is based on the same template for this query, and I don't have to worry about anything else after that. Now we've taken a quick look at the main features of queries and how we can use them in forms and how we can use them within different templates. There's obviously much more that we can delve into, which we will do in future videos, so stay tuned. More videos will be showing up at firedb.com.